What is good, everyone? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about things that foreigners like or associate with Japan that I just don't care about. Let's get started. First and foremost, before I get started, please remember to hit that like button if you enjoy this video. It is the best way to get my videos out to a larger audience, and I greatly appreciate every like that I get. Thank you for that. Let's get started. Okay, when people abroad think about Japan, certain things come into their mind. Mount Fuji, sumo, sushi, kimono, that kind of thing. So what are some parts of Japanese culture that people from abroad love about Japan that I just can't be bothered with? I've broken it down into 3 different things. There's more than that, but these 3 are the most obvious. And I'm gonna start with the absolute most obvious, and that is anime. Yes, when I was in college, I watched some anime. I'm dating myself here, but I watched Rurouni Kenshin and I watched Cowboy Bebop, and I was first introduced to Ghibli movies at that time. The first Ghibli movie I ever saw was Tonari no Totoro, or My Neighbor Totoro, and that was shown in the campus movie theater, and it was great. I mean, it's such a great movie, and that was a fun introduction to the world of Ghibli movies. But I wasn't really full on into anime like some of my friends. And when I got to Japan in 2002 for my first time here, the truth of the matter is I just didn't have the Japanese ability to really listen to anime without subtitles, and certainly not the reading ability to read manga. And so I got here and it was kind of a closed world to me, because you couldn't go and rent a DVD at that time that had subtitles on it. And so I just led my life here, and it was a life without anime and without manga. Now since then, I've been introduced to some series, like my wife got me to watch Bleach, and most recently Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is the really popular anime at the moment. I've watched that as well and really enjoyed them. But for the most part, I haven't messed around with anime or manga. I read the Rurouni Kenshin manga because I wanted to see how it was different from the series. And more recently, I read Hana no Keiji, which is kind of historical manga. It's based on the life of the samurai Maeda Keiji, you know, kind of a fanciful version of those events. But yeah, just I don't know, I don't go to Akihabara and check out the anime goods. I don't own any figures. I don't even watch anime on TV. So all of the ones that are really popular abroad in the past decade or so, Full Metal Alchemist, One Piece, I've never watched an episode of Dragon Ball. So yeah, anime is just one of those big things that I'm not terribly interested in. Okay, now that the otaku have all left the video, number 2, that is a little bit related to the otaku culture, and that is subcultures in general. I have to admit, I'm pretty mainstream. My interests in Japan tend to be about history and everyday culture. I'm not really interested in going to Harajuku, for instance, and trying to see people in gothic Lolita or rockabilly costumes. I'm not into cute characters or collecting plushies. I'm not into really any underground music scenes of any sort. And part of that actually is I'm not interested at all in idols. And I mean idols in terms of, you know, following careers or really getting into any particular groups, male or female. I mean, I can name groups, but you know, Arashi, SMAP, which is now disbanded, AKB48, Nogizaka 46. Like, I can name the group, but if you ask me to name any members, one or two maybe, and just not terribly interested in that part of Japanese culture. That being said, I'm more familiar with the songs, because the songs get played everywhere and they're on TV, and so, you know, I can sing some of the songs at karaoke, and I can also recognize the song. Oh, that's a song by so-and-so. So yeah, well, I might recognize some of the hit songs and maybe even be able to sing some of them. The groups themselves, I don't really know a lot about it. Some of you might think I'm missing out, and maybe I am. But, you know, there's only so much time in the day and so many areas in which I can put my interests, so that just ain't it. Finally, the last one, and if the first two didn't upset you, this one probably will. I don't believe in ninja. Yes, I actually am of the school of thought that ninja did not actually exist. And yes, of course, there were the clandestine messengers of the samurai back in the day. They employed some of the tricks and the tools that we associate with the ninja of now, but the ninja that we think of and associate with Japan is mostly a fictional creation. And so, you know, if you're actually a ninja and you're watching this, you're probably like, all right, good, I'm still under the radar. If you're a real defender of ninjadom and you're like, no, it's real, sorry, I don't think it's true. Like, obviously the samurai culture and the history of that is very well documented and clearly a thing, but ninja as are popularized in anime and Japanese culture, dramas, and, you know, Western movies are just not really a thing. Sure, of course, they're a lot of fun, right? And I've been to a ninja village myself that exists in the northern part of Nagano, close to Nagano City, and that was a lot of fun to go, but yeah, ninjas like you would see in the video games, Tenchu or something like that, nah, it's not a real thing. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. This was a little bit spur of the moment. I had another bigger content topic in mind, but it's supposed to be horrible weather tomorrow when I was planning on filming it, so I had to squeeze a 20-minute session in today so I'd have a proper video to put on Friday as usual. Every Friday, look for a new video because I'm gonna drop one. Next week's video is gonna be a little bit more in depth than this one. I wanted to give it, you know, full measure, so I didn't try to film that in my 20-minute window today. But again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. That is the single most important way to get my videos out to a larger audience. It's very helpful to me. So hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to get more content continuously every Friday, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.